What is up and welcome to Las Vegas, the city of lights, entertainment and some of the most extravagant hotels on the planet. Stepping foot on the Las Vegas Strip is an experience. The Strip is lined with architectural marvels, all with their own unique bells and whistles, and at 4 miles long, there is so much to explore, and it can all be a bit overwhelming. And that's why I'm here, because I visited every major hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, so I can tell you what makes each hotel so special. I'm Manps on the Map, this is Sin City, and welcome to my ultimate Las Vegas hotel guide.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home.
In today's video, we're diving into the Las Vegas hotel scene, as we'll be exploring some of Vegas's most iconic and recognizable hotels. Each hotel is absolutely massive, and if you don't know what you're looking for, you can rack up some serious steps just aimlessly walking about, tiring yourself out in the process, and we don't want that. And so starting at the beginning of the Strip in the south, we'll be making our way up north, visiting each major hotel, sharing the top things to do, the things you absolutely cannot miss, the pros, the cons, and of course some tips and tricks along the way. So let's start things off right at the bottom of the Strip. Only a 20-minute walk from the legendary Las Vegas sign is the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, a 4.5-star high-end hotel. Now, I was actually fortunate enough to stay a night here, and I would say it's got an elegant, classy aura to it, with a sprinkle of that old money vibe. You know, it's clean but not ultra-modern luxury if that's what you're looking for. I'd say this is a great hotel if you don't want to be amongst the madness of the Vegas Strip, as it's quite a chill, much quieter hotel than some of the Central Strip hotels. But the drawback is that there isn't much else going on around the hotel. As for what else this hotel has to offer other than its gold exterior, the hotel houses a shark reef aquarium containing over 2,000 sea creatures, as well as one of the largest marine life exhibits in the whole of North America, and a 360-degree walk-through shark tunnel. Definitely one to check out if you're visiting Vegas with kids, or you just love being one with the ocean.
So if you fancy some time away from the Strip and the gambling and the lights, why not take a resort day and chill by the pool? Or if you want a bit of hustle and bustle, then head to a pool party here in Vegas. You can tell by what I'm wearing. Unusually, Vegas is really cold, so maybe not today. But definitely check it out, probably in the summer, or when the weather's a bit more normal for Vegas.
So Mandalay Bay is one of few Vegas hotels with its own beach area, known simply as the Mandalay Bay Beach. This is 11 acres of fun in the sun with pools, sand, bars, there's a lazy river, there's even a wave pool, and when it's pool party season, I can imagine this place is an absolute vibe. Next up, we're taking a quick 10-minute walk, or for those of you that want to save your feet, a free tram, as we're heading to ancient Egypt, to probably one of the most recognizable hotels in the world. Shaped like an Egyptian pyramid, a beacon of light beaming up to the heavens, this is the Luxor Hotel. Now, it's cool being amongst the ancient Egyptian theming, but bruh, this hotel is literally ancient. Like you're vibing with Tutankhamun and his boys kinda ancient. It is a dated hotel with not much else going for it. Just look at some of the reviews. Luxor has gone downhill. Worst place I've stayed. Roaches in the room. Bro, these ain't roaches, they're scarab beetles straight out of that one scene from The Mummy. Pure disgust. I guess you get what you pay for, as the Luxor is one of the more budget-friendly hotels, but I'd listen to the internet on this one and pass on staying the night here if you can. Heading another 10 minutes up the Strip, we're going from ancient Egypt to the concrete jungle, the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple. This is New York, New York, a New York City themed mid-range hotel. And this one's got an impeccable vibe to it. It's surrounded by a replica New York skyline, including Lady Liberty herself. And for a small fortune of $25 per person, you can get up close and personal riding the Big Apple coaster, going up to almost 70 miles per hour on the world's first roller coaster to feature a 180-degree heartline twist. But if adrenaline is not in your soul, then head inside, grab a slice of pizza and take a stroll through Times Square, stopping by Hershey's Chocolate World for a quick sweet treat before taking a 15 to 20 minute walk to our next hotel stop. we're now hitting up prime real estate, the Central Strip, which in my opinion is the best location to stay because you've got everything you could want within walking distance. The restaurants, the casinos, the bars, the clubs, the shopping malls, it's all here. So let's check out our first 5-star luxury hotel of the video, the Aria Hotel and Casino, wearing its AAA 5-diamond badge with pride. It is modern luxury to the highest degree. The lobby itself is a sight to behold, the decor changing seasonally, and I'd recommend taking your time and checking out some of the cool sculptures, statues and art featured throughout the hotel. The Aria is also where the famous Asian-inspired restaurant Catch is located should you want a fine dining experience in Vegas. But I'm more of a burger guy, I'm not gonna lie, but it's definitely a cool looking restaurant.
So the Aria has its own food hall, full of restaurants and bars and things to eat.
If you fancy a bit of retail therapy, the Shops at Crystals is a luxury shopping mall with over 50 of the world's most high-end brands. There's also the immersive Van Gogh exhibition combining technology with art. Pretty much next to the Aria is, I'd say, one of the most luxurious and modern hotels on the entire strip, but it's also one of the younger hotels on the strip. The Cosmopolitan Hotel was built in 2010, and even though it's now 15 years old, it looks brand new. A towering skyscraper spanning 52 stories, the Cosmopolitan is full of things to see and do. Starting in the lobby, the centerpiece of this hotel is the Chandelier, a multi-story lounge and bar surrounded by, as the name suggests, a giant chandelier made up of over 2 million crystals. If you're in the mood for a day or night out in Vegas, within the Cosmopolitan is the Marquee Club, a club that has a rooftop pool with both day and night pool parties. I was actually going to check this out when I was in Vegas because DJ Mustard was doing a set there. You know,
Mustard on that beat.
but somebody forgot their ID. I wonder who that was. Mrs. on the map. If a bit of utsy ain't your thing and you fancy a quiet drink, then there's actually a few hidden secret speakeasies in the Cosmopolitan Hotel, but I'll leave it to you guys to hunt them down. Let me know in the comments if you managed to find them, and of course if you're finding this video helpful so far, feel free to drop a like and subscribe for more content just like this. Back to the Cosmopolitan Hotel, and I'd say this hotel is a foodie's dream. It's probably the best hotel for food on the strip. The sheer amount of variety and quality is amazing. For breakfast sandwiches there's Excellent, or for a late night slice of the good stuff there's a hidden secret pizza spot, or why not check out the Block 16 food hall for some street food. The choices are endless. Choosing the right room at the Cosmopolitan Hotel is also going to give you one of the best views in the whole of Vegas, with an uninterrupted view of the iconic Bellagio fountains, which brings me nicely onto our next Central Strip luxury hotel, the Bellagio. The Bellagio is as glamorous on the inside as it is the outside, and walking through the hotel is an experience in itself, having been featured in movies such as Ocean's 11 and The Hangover. I actually had the pleasure of staying here for the majority of my time in Vegas, and the rooms, having been newly renovated, are so spacious, modern and clean. There's also a few cool things that you're not gonna want to skip, including the incredible lobby with a glass ceiling made of over 2,000 hand-blown glass flowers. There's the Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Gardens with seasonal displays, the world's tallest chocolate fountain, and a full-on shopping mall. There is a lot to explore, and even if you don't stay at the Bellagio, be sure to visit it. If you want to know more about how I managed to bag the best price and how I got a free night stay at the Mandalay Bay hotel I mentioned earlier in the video, be sure to check out my Bellagio hotel guide as I go into detail on just that, including what it's like to stay at the hotel, as well as a full-on room tour. Crossing the road, next up we're heading to the City of Love, Paris. The striking Eiffel Tower replica being part of the Paris Hotel, wearing the tricolour flag proudly in the evening. I'd classify the Paris Hotel as a mid-tier hotel, so not as ballin' as the Cosmopolitan or Bellagio, but it has a bit more going for it than something like the Luxor. Although having checked out some of the reviews, I think the Paris Hotel is starting to show its age. I visited the Paris Hotel for breakfast as the forever popular Mon Ami Gabi restaurant is here, chefing up some bad boy crepes and waffles. Top tip though, if you do want brunch here, be sure to book in advance because reservations are really hard to come by. If you want to know more about Mon Ami Gabi as well as the rest of the Las Vegas food scene, then be sure to check out my Las Vegas food guide, where we eat big across the entire city. Speaking of food, if you fancy dinner and a view of the spectacular Bellagio fountains, then the Eiffel Tower also has its own restaurant and a separate viewing deck. All this walking is starting to tire me out, but there is just so much to see and do.
We're still walking through Paris, and it's tiring, man. My feet kill. I think next we're going to try and hit up Caesar's Palace and then see where it takes us.
From Paris to Rome, first impressions of Caesar's Palace. This is fancy. A 5-star ultra luxury hotel. This was one of my favourites because the theming was just on another level. I kind of get why they call Vegas the adult Disneyland, because with each hotel it's like you're stepping into another world. It is nuts. Like there's a full-on Trevi fountain outside and then you step inside and it's just as spectacular. I've been to Rome and the level of detail is uncanny. Roman sculptures dotted throughout the entire hotel, and this hotel is big. No, I think I'm underselling it. It is absolutely massive with plenty to explore.
So we're here at the Forum at Caesar's Palace, and this place is mind blowing, man. You walk in and you're just like, whoa. When you see the sky, the fountains, the Roman statues, it really captures that Italian vibe, that Roman vibe so well. It's a really baller hotel, and you can tell by the decor, the shops, everything, man. It's just perfect.
The Forum Shops was one of the most beautiful shopping malls I've ever stepped foot in. A spectacle in itself.
So the Forum is endless. There are so many shops, so many floors, but there's just amazing architecture all around. It's definitely worth checking out. And that's the same with all the hotels here. Every hotel has something unique that you'll want to see.
So the shops just kept on coming, but I was low-key more amazed by my top thing to do in Las Vegas, the number one thing you gotta experience once in your life.
This escalator curves. I've never seen a curvy escalator.
Bro, a curved escalator. Absolute game changer.
So if you're looking for something free to do in Vegas, like a show, then come down to the Forum shopping mall here at Caesar's Palace. There's the Atlantis show, which happens Thursday to Mondays every hour from 12 till 8.
Caesar's Palace is also a hotspot for restaurants, including Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen and the Bacchanal Buffet. Literally across the road from Caesar's Palace is the oldest hotel on the strip. Originally opened by mobster Bugsy Siegel in 1946, it's the Flamingo Hotel, a 3.5-star mid-tier hotel that won't have the same big budget feel as some of the others on the Central Strip, but the location is perfect.
So we're currently at the Flamingo Wildlife Habitat here at the Flamingo Hotel on the Vegas Strip, which is free for anyone to look through. It's like gardens. There's flamingos here, fish here, turtles, ducks, all things like that. So come check it out.
Also at this point I'd recommend checking out the Link Promenade just next door.
So now we're at the Link Promenade, which is full of restaurants, bars, things to do. And behind me you've got the High Roller Wheel, which is the largest wheel in North America. There's also above me zip lines, which you can pay to go from one end of the Link Promenade to the other. So behind me is the Venetian Hotel, based on Venice, Italy. And this is another hallmark hotel here on the Las Vegas Strip, famous for the gondolas and the canals that run throughout the hotel. So we're gonna go walk around this hotel and have a look. So these are the Grand Canal shops here at the Venetian, and the theme in here is just out of this world, man. It feels like you're in Venice with the gondolas and the gondola drivers singing as the gondolas make their way throughout this kind of mall area. Loads of shops, loads of restaurants, loads of Italian restaurants as well. So if you like Italian food, this might be the place to come.
So the Venetian is another of Vegas's ultra luxury 5-star experiences. But if you ain't feeling Italian food, don't fear, as this is where Black Tap is located for insane burgers and even crazier shakes.
So we're here at the Wynn Hotel, a bit of a mission from the centre of the strip, but it's well worth it. There's a few things to do here. There's the Lake of Dreams, which is a light show happening from dusk every half an hour. This is the garden, so you've got amazing trees, flowers, and just things to see. And then there's also the Wynn buffet, which we're going to check out in a bit. But it's a really, really beautiful hotel.
So the Wynn Hotel is easily one of, if not the most ballin' hotels on this list. It oozes class and luxury, but of course, that comes at a cost. A pretty hefty cost of over $600 per night during peak times. And for those of you that are into golf, the Wynn has its own golf course, and it's one of the most expensive golf courses in America, of course, at over $700 for green fees during the peak season, which is absolutely insane. But you know what they say, when in Vegas, nobody says that. From the most expensive hotel to the cheapest hotel on the strip, we're heading even further up north. We're now in no man's land. Some say we're not even in Vegas anymore. And if you're scared of clowns, like and subscribe the video and then go watch something else. Because this is Circus Circus, a budget circus themed hotel. What's not to like? Well, I'll tell you. Because the TripAdvisor reviews are doing this hotel dirty. Bedbug Circus. The lifts are fast. That's where the good stuff stops. It's a dump and feels like a dungeon. The internet's got no chill, man. Let's take a look at some of the visitors' recent pictures. Wow, this just looks so lovely and clean. What an eyelashes on the headboard. What is going on here? So maybe don't stay the night here if you can avoid it. But you might want to still visit as there's some cool things going on.
So we're outside the Circus Circus Hotel, here towards kind of more so the quiet side of the strip. But why we're here is because there's basically free circus shows lasting about 15 minutes, happening every hour, but the times vary depending on if it's a weekday or the weekend.
There's also a huge arcade full of different games, which I'm sure will entertain both adults and kids. And there you have it, this has been my ultimate Las Vegas hotel guide. If you enjoyed today's video, then of course leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications to keep up to date with all things food and travel. And be sure to let me know your hotel experiences and recommendations in the comments. If you've got any questions about visiting Vegas, then leave a comment down below or DM me on Instagram, and be sure to check out my other Las Vegas videos, including a things to do and food guide. Vegas, you've been an absolute blast. Till next time, peace!